everyone, and welcome back to Better Plant Sciences channel. We got another special guest for you today. So we've heard from Gabe, we've heard from Perry, but today we have the head of sales, Amber Allen, joining us. Amber, how are you doing? Are you ready to dive in?
I'm doing great, but wow, what a tough act to follow. You've had Perry and Gabe.
Yeah, we've had
They're
multiple people on. It's been good so far.
yeah, they're superheroes in their own right. That's for sure. Well, I will try to be half as interesting as they are, and yeah, I'm ready to dive in. Let's go.
Wonderful. And don't sell yourself short. I'm sure you got a great story. So let's start with some. Let's go into your past a little bit. Tell me about some of your past experience before you got involved with Better Plant.
Perfect. Well, as far as sales, I've been involved in sales since I was a little girl working at a lemonade stand with my mother. So definitely sales is in my blood, and I come from a very long line of salespeople. So head of sales is sort of natural for me. However, I actually started my career as a personal trainer and a nutritionist. And I loved, I mean, obviously there's a level of sales, you have to get clients, but I love purposeful work and I wanted to really help people. And I found that when I changed my life and my body through personal training, my life got better. And so I really wanted to teach other people how to do that. So I became a personal trainer, and then I got into nutrition, and I did that for many, many, many years. And it was great, and it was very fulfilling work. And I saw many lives enhanced by better health. However, when you're trading dollars for hours, there's only so many people in a day that you can help. And like anything, and most people in life, you sort of fall into careers. And I think when you're living sort of a passion-led life, that just sort of happens naturally. And I was doing the personal training. But there was always something more that I wanted to help people more. And at the same time, I started studying herbalism and plant medicines and what they could do for the body. And people were starting to call me and asking if I could, make themselves, what kind of herbs that they should take. Mostly my dad. I think he called me the most. And I had sort of developed this passion for it. And at the same time, what happened, which was sort of unfortunate at the time, I ended up getting into what's called a high velocity car crash. And it really messed my body up. And I couldn't work and I couldn't really do the personal training on the same level that I was doing. And what happened is that we had thought maybe I might have to go to disability just because I was so hurt. And I had, all my injuries had healed, but nothing had, but I wasn't getting better. And so I started to work part-time for a company, and they were in a natural distribution, and they were selling natural products. And it was a sea vegetable product, and not to go on and on, but I took the sea vegetable product, and within a couple weeks, I started to feel like my old self again. And I started, working out again and getting better. And I realized the power that that nature had. And I made a commitment right there that if I got better, I was going to spend the rest of my life helping other people get better with natural products and living non-toxic lives. So that's kind of how I sort of, meandered into sort of the natural wellness. So while I was working at this distribution place, I was answering the phones, and brokers or independent sales reps were calling in, and they were from all over the country and North America. And they were talking, they were buying products and putting orders in for their customers. And I can remember, talking to my colleagues saying, oh, I could do this. And, I would sometimes have to call their customers, and I would be selling them, and I was so passionate about the product. And so it happened to be, I was at a trade show, and everything seems to happen to me at a trade show. And I started, just going around and talking to people, and people wanted me to represent their products.
Wow.
So in 2013, I left personal training, and I went to go work full-time and opened up my own brokerage. I started across all Canada, and then ended up working Western Canada, and then as I got bigger, just into BC.
Mhm.
And that's how I started, sort of with in the retail and distribution channel.
Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, that's as you said, you kind of fell into it there. Life kind of takes us on some winding roads sometimes, and it's interesting where we wind up. But yeah, awesome. So plants helped you yourself, and so you're like a
Yeah.
testament to them, and you feel like that's something you can share with other people and help people with some of the things that they're going through. So that's really wonderful. I'm glad to hear that that's coming from the heart there. So then how did you go from that to winding up in the position you are with Better Plant as head of sales?
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good question. And again, I have to take you back to another trade show.
Yeah.
It was about a year ago. I happened to be in Toronto at a trade show. I actually, Better Plant wasn't really on my radar at that point. I had a really strong portfolio, really happy doing my brokerage. And I ran into somebody who I knew sort of, through work a little bit, and she had held the position at Better Plant before me. And we just got to talking, and just really casually, and she was just, we were talking about business, and and retail in the natural channel is very different than anything else you'll ever be. And it's not for the weak at heart.
Hmm.
It's a slower process, and you have to be very diligent and very passionate about what you do. So she just had questions about, how do we get in here and how do we break into, and so we were talking back and forth, and she just kept saying, gosh, you should consult. And at the time she was representing Urban Juve. And so I took a look at the Urban Juve line, and it was so steeped in Ayurveda, which was a personal passion. And when you look at herbalism, I was really attracted to Ayurveda and what it can do for people. So I was really interested, and the patent pending process, and also so I talked a little bit more, and I started to learn. It's a small industry. It's a big industry, but it's a small industry. You tend to know who sort of the players are. And what I found is that the ingredient sourcing was impeccable.
Hmm.
That's a big thing in this industry, is that you can put together and market any product, but not everything is exactly is what I think is sort of better is
Fair.
the only
Yeah.
word I can say. And the sourcing was impeccable, and the quality was there. And so I started to get really attracted to it. And then I did start to consult for a couple months, and I really fell in love with the team. I feel like a lot of the team has the same ethos as I do. I'm interested in sustainability. I'm interested in making a difference in the world. I have a passion to do these products, but do them better. And
Mhm.
there was an alignment with a lot of the staff, and it just felt right. And then I got a call one day, and they just said, well, what's it going to take for you to come on board with us full time? And it was hard, because I had to let go of my own family and brokerage that I had built, which was doing really well.
Sure.
But I just knew that, again, it goes back to, like, even when I was a personal trainer, is like, there's only so much I can do within the hours. When I was a personal, there's only so much I could do as a brokerage. And
Sure.
then, as well as I was, sort of building up my brokerage, there are things that you think in the back of your mind, like, geez, if I was the manufacturer, this is what I would do. And these are the people I would bring on board. And so to have that opportunity is one, I'm very grateful for it. But it's been such an exceptional ride.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, trade shows seem to be a fun place to go for you. You tend to get a get a
I
lot of
could go
excitement
anymore.
there. But
Yeah.
yeah, going into it, one way to think about it is what works yesterday might not work today. And it's good to evolve and to grow continuously in a field, in a role that you're very passionate about. And you seem to have did that. So now that you're there, how do you feel about the job? What is it you've been fulfilling on a day-to-day basis? And how do you see the company going from your perspective?
Yeah, yeah, that's a really good. Oh, there's actually a few questions.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You take them all out at once there.
I'm sort of a simple-minded person, but well, you know what? Part of my responsibility at Better Plant is to obviously grow sales, and we've had a unique challenge. It's been a tough year for everybody in the world.
True.
And it's made us do everything differently. But in the same respect, it's made me really deepen the quality of the partnerships that we've created. So we're actually, it's a good time to talk because it's taken about a year, but we've got around 31 brokers or reps across North America. We've for Urban Juve, which is like exciting. One of the brokerage teams we have is very sort of well known in the prestige market in the United States, and really feels like they can take the Urban Juve product all the way into sort of the prestige market in the US, which is fantastic. And they've worked with brands like Herbivore, which I don't know if you know is a very well-known natural skincare line, very high level. So very excited about that partnership. Also, again, a broker whose team is very love-based, which is great. So there's that alignment. And then we've got a really wonderful certified B Corp distributor with, I believe they have, I think something like 23 reps across Canada, again, for Urban Juve. So that's wonderful. We acquired Jusu Wellness, which is just such an exciting brand. There's lots of natural skincare lines out there, and it takes a while we always say it takes about 2 years to sort of get natural skincare off the ground. But once you do, it just sort of goes on its own. But what's so great about when we look at like the Urban Juve brand to the Jusu Wellness brand, especially in the skincare line, is that the herbalist who designed this product and these products, they have herbal actives instead of, chemical cosmeceutical actives. So in the skincare world, you want something on your skin that's going to help and make you look younger and beautiful and wonderful really quickly. Yeah. But sometimes when we do things quickly, right, we can cause some damage. So Jusu is this wonderful, face care and body line that can do all the things, maybe not at the same level, but in a slower and more gentle way. So I'm so excited about the line. Again, we've got some other plant-based companies in our portfolio under Better Plant. That's just, every time that we bring something in, it's like I'm a kid in a candy store, and I just think, oh my gosh, if I was like a 5-year-old me, this is what I would pick. Like it's really exciting. I mean, it's absolutely challenging and it's a lot of work, but when you have a team that's all working towards the same thing, there's a synergy that happens and an energy. And so that's been really fun.
I think you hit all the points there. I think it's I'm happy to see your energy when you're talking about these things, because you're pretty hyped about all of them, which is good, right? So one of the biggest things about being in sales, right, is you have to actually like what it is you're selling, or you're not going to get anything across to anybody. So I think you pretty genuinely give that energy across, which is good.
And that's exactly right. I always think of, I think his name is Jeffrey Gitomer. He always used to say, nobody likes to be sold to, but everybody loves to buy. And I'm exactly the same. Like, these are products that I would use, that I'm obsessed. So it's really fun when you, when you also, hiring the brokers and having the brokers come on board, and then having them, saying, hey, I just presented this and we love this. We're the word's obsessed. We love this product. We're so excited. It just makes it so exciting. And we are starting to see some multi-level chains starting to take our brands, which are excellent. And this is exactly what we want.
Wonderful. Yeah, it seems like things are really starting to cook this year. 2021 going to be a much better year than 2020. That's all I know so far. Things have been going well, and Better Plant's definitely leading the way there. Look forward to seeing more updates from you guys. Amber, is there anything else you want to share with people before we sign off?
No, I think it's great. It was really great to meet you.
All right. Yes, it was wonderful talking to you. And thank you again, everybody, for watching. Don't be afraid to kick a comment, like, and subscribe. Keep following. We'll get some more wonderful updates to you. Amber, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday.
You too. Stay healthy.